Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother, Sean Ali, here at Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. And I thank you for tuning in. And as always, I pray that this message is received in the spirit that I am striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course, the spirit of God. Um, Tonight, I want to talk about a very important and a very serious topic. And it's going into my book, my groundbreaking and very exciting book, Oxygen, the Breath of Life in Atomic Form. It is available now you can find it at my website, www.seanaliwellnessprogram.com. You can find it on Amazon.com or CreateSpace.com. This is, I'm telling you, Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Are you breathing right? Do you even know how to breathe right? And is this why you get sick? Is this why you can't heal yourself? So let us explore, because there are three life functions that we have to do to be considered alive. You need to breathe, we need to drink, and we need to eat. Those are our three life functions. If we get all three of them right, that means we can successfully enjoy abundant life. Whenever we throw one of these three off, we throw our homeostasis or our balance off, and that opens the door for diseases, sicknesses, illnesses, and premature death. So when you look at your three life functions, you can put them in importance, in order of importance. So we can go, some people, between 30 and 40 days without food before they start to feel any effects or their body starts to break down and deteriorate. Some people can go 7 to 10 days. Some people 14 days without water before their body starts to break down and deteriorate. But 4 minutes of lack of no oxygen and you're dead. Your brain dead. 4 minutes of no oxygen, your brain dead. They can bring you back, but your brain will lose the ability, that spark of life. When God created man, according to the scriptures, once he fashioned man from the material of the earth, he breathed into his nostrils, and man became a living soul. If you see somebody on the ground that you think is dead, you will give them mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to bring that material back to life. Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Are you breathing right? Do you even know how to breathe right? Is that why you get sick? And is that why you can't heal yourself? So listen, they have science where they measured the brain. Every minute that the brain is without oxygen, you start to lose cells and neurons that cannot be replaced. Every cell in your body, every cell body needs two things to produce energy: oxygen and glucose. When a cellular oxidation is cellular death, or what they call it, a rusty cell, because it is lack of oxygen, so it is starting to oxidize. It cannot produce the energy it needs to maintain its life, so it becomes corrupted. The DNA becomes corrupted. So once this cell becomes corrupted, and if your body cannot get rid of that cell, it sits inside your body and it turns into a cancer. So let us look at oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Are you breathing right? Do you even know how to breathe right? Is that why you get sick? Is that why you can't heal yourself? Yes, it is that big. It is that issue of breathing, because that is the difference between a dead body and a body alive, is the ability to breathe. They can keep you, if you are brain dead, in comatose, in coma, they can keep you alive on a respirator, and you can be legally considered alive because your body is respirating. But at the minute your body stops respirating, you are considered dead. So the catalyst between life and death is your ability to breathe. If you got cancer and you die, they will try to give you mouth to mouth to resuscitate you. If you got AIDS and you die, if you got whatever is wrong with you and you die, they will use oxygen to try to bring you back. Not medicine, not water, not food, not a pill. They will try to use oxygen, the breath of life, in atomic form. So listen, if that is what sparked our life, and if oxygen is what is used to resuscitate you if you die, then let us take a look. Are you breathing right? Do you even know how to breathe right? Is that why you get sick? Is that why you can't heal yourself? Is that why you are going to die? See, when this world tells you to calm down, what do they tell you to do? Take a deep breath. Killing yourself. Killing yourself. What they tell you to do? Take a deep breath. Now let's examine our anatomy. Now, what is your mouth connected to? Your mouth is connected to your esophagus at the back of your throat. The back of your neck is your esophagus. The front of your neck is your trachea. So your mouth is connected to your esophagus that goes down the center of your body, which is called the GI tract. And it goes to your stomach, which goes to your intestines, which goes to your anus or your rear end. It's a one-way street. So let's look at what's connected to our lungs. The nose is connected with the nasal cavities to your trachea, to your bronchial tubes, to your lungs. That's your respirator. That's your respiratory system. So look at what happens when you breathe through your mouth. We know that there's a such thing called air pollution, right? So we know that you got dust mites, skin dander, you got the lead poisoning from the automobiles, you got cigarette smoke, you got the airplane exhaust, you got all kind of foreign materials that is in air. So when you breathe with your mouth, what season is this? This is flu season, right? Cold and flu season. Let's get it. We gonna crack, see, we gonna dig, we gonna go into, is this why, are you breathing right? See, are you breathing? Do you know how to breathe? Is this why you get sick? See, is this why you can't heal yourself? Is this why you die? So when you breathing through your mouth, and we know that we have all of this foreign material in the atmosphere, you have no filter in your mouth. So when you breathe through your mouth, when you inhale through your mouth, you are swallowing, literally eating all of this foreign toxic material. So, and it enters your mouth, and there's a little passageway that separates your esophagus from your trachea. There's a little piece of cartilage that is your emergency valve that will allow you to respirate through your mouth in case of an emergency, not all the time. See, this is how you can able to use mouth to mouth to resuscitate somebody, because that emergency valve, that piece of cartilage, it separates your esophagus from your trachea. So if you ever have to resuscitate somebody, you can get air through their mouth to their lungs. But other than that, your mouth is connected to your esophagus. So when you are inhaling through your mouth, you know that there's all of this foreign toxic material in the air, and you are swallowing it. And look, so you got your taste buds, you got gum disease, you got your taste buds, you got tonsillitis, you got an upper respiratory infection. See, you got a lower respiratory infection. You got lung disease. Now, see, this is from swallow, because you have no filter in your mouth. The filter is in your nose. You got the nose hairs that grab the big matter. Then you got the nasal cavities filled with mucus that grab the microscopic bacteria and matter and viruses. So by the time it gets down to your trachea, it is warm and pure. But when you breathe, inhale through your mouth, see, now you corrupt your digestive system, because your mouth is a part of your digestive system. And you destroy, because you got acid in the air. That's what makes acid rain. When the rain comes down and it absorbs the particles in the air, and it hits the ground and it's acidic, they call it acid rain. So when we breathe through our mouth, you are absorbing and swallowing all of that acid, and it starts mouth cancer, throat cancer, lung cancer, bronchitis, asthma. Listen, listen, are you breathing right? Do you even know how to breathe? Is this why you getting sick? Is this why you can't heal yourself? Because every cell in your body needs oxygen. So now look, the #1 killer in America is heart disease, right? That's the #1 killer. 95% of the population is breathing with their mouth. You probably doing it right now as you listening to me, and you correcting yourself, which is the point of this video. So now when you swallow all of this acidic, polluted air, and you force it down your tubes into your lungs, the first beat of your heart sends blood to your lungs, the pulmonary circuit, to get the oxygen that you just breathed, carries it back to the heart, and now it goes on the general circuit to disperse that oxygen throughout your body. Now you just swallowed polluted, acidic, toxic air. You don't have no filters in your mouth, so the air is toxic all the way down, because you had nothing to filter the toxicity out. You had nothing to filter the poison out. You had nothing to grab the dust mites and the skin dancer. So all of this is inside of your lungs. So when your heart sends blood to your lungs to become oxygenated, it comes back to the heart dirty. It comes back to the heart acidic. So the first organ on your body to become corrupted is your heart. And the #1 killer is cardiovascular disease. Are you breathing right? Do you know how to breathe? Is that why you get sick? Is that why you can't heal yourself? Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Man, listen to me, man. I'm trying to save our life. Because if every breath that you breathe is wrong, that means every breath that you breathe is killing yourself. So within 30 years, your body starts to develop chronic diseases. So now I never got sick. 40 years, you need medication. 50 years, you are on your way out. 65, they burying you because your body has no more oxygen, so it can't live. And when people try to resuscitate you, it doesn't work because we have depleted and destroyed and oxidized every cell in our body. So when the cell dies, the tissue dies. When the tissue dies, the organ dies. When the organ dies, the system dies. When the system dies, you die. And you can't live past 65, 70. Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Man, this is a groundbreaking, exciting book where we give you the science on your body, on what it does when you don't breathe right, what it does when you do breathe right. This is not a novel. This is a science book. It's going in. Some of us never seen our respiratory system. We have no idea what our respiratory system consists of. So in here, this is the knowledge of yourself. So once you know yourself, you know how to properly use yourself. You know how to get the maximum power out of you. You God, why can't we heal ourselves? Why are we continuously getting sick? Why am I dying? Why we don't meet a tenth of the potential that God gave this vehicle to be here? Because we aren't breathing right. The exhale is just as important. Your mouth is connected to your stomach. You do not use your mouth to inhale or exhale unless it's an emergency. When you exhale, you are exhaling waste. That's why when you breathe on somebody, they're like, man, your breath stinks. No, that's the waste. You're not supposed to use your mouth to exhale. That's the garbage. So you destroying your taste buds. You destroying your tonsils. You destroying your gums and your teeth and your tongue. So you can still give yourself mouth cancer. Because your mouth is not made for the waste to come out of it. That's your nose. So on the exhale, our body does not process oxygen on the inhale. The inhale is when it takes in the breath of life. On the exhale is when our body metabolizes the oxygen. So when we have a quick exhale, this is why you hyperventilate. Because when we exhale quickly, we don't give our body enough time to get out as much CO2 as possible. So we become toxic with a CO2 buildup. This destroys the material inside of you because CO2 is poison. So when you see somebody, they see that quick exhale, you are killing yourself. So the proper way to breathe, if you put your hand on your stomach, your respiratory system is your nose, your nasal cavities, your nasal passages, your trachea, your bronchial tubes, your lungs, and your diaphragm. None of these are muscles. They are tissue. Your lungs are like balloons. They don't move on their own. Your diaphragm, as your diaphragm moves up and down, it inflates and deflates your lungs. What moves your diaphragm is your stomach. So as your stomach moves in and out, it makes your diaphragm up and down. As your diaphragm moves down, your lungs inflate. As your stomach moves in and pushes your diaphragm up, your stomachs deflate. That's your respiration. This is how you get a deep breath of life. If your chest moves and your stomach doesn't move, you are not breathing right. That is what they call chest breathing or shallow breathing. You are not getting a full inflation of your lungs. So you literally creating an oxygen deficient environment inside of your body. This throws off your homeostasis or your body's ability to be balanced because you create a stress. So every breath that you take, you increase and maintain your body under stress, distress, and you will not only will you get sick, but you will not heal. Not only will you not heal, but you will suffer premature death. No food works. No pill works. The drink mix don't work because you are missing your number one life function, which is breathing as God created. So I'm your brother. Look, the breath of life, oxygen. The breath of life in atomic form by your brother, Sean Ali. Going into the science of why I say oxygen is the breath of life and how it affects not just your life, but it will cause your death. So I thank everybody for tuning in and giving me some of your valuable time. Remember, this book is available through my website, www.seanaliwellnessprogram.com. You can find it on Amazon.com, and you can find it on CreateSpace.com. Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Are you breathing right? Do you know how to breathe right? Is that why you get sick? Is that why you can't heal? It's literally your death and literally your life. As your brother, I have information that not only will help you heal yourself, but it will help you maintain your health. Then it will help you increase your power. And as you increase your power, you will be able to successfully enjoy your abundant life. I leave you as I came in the greeting words of peace and the greeting words of the gods. Get your book, Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form. Save your life. Save your life. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep, Black Power. Power to the people. Peace, family.